Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy P Funk. Thinking right out here in my lab in the wee hours of the morning. Why I do what I do for you. I'm doing a lesson today in honor of my favorite Muhammad Ali, the greatest lover of all. I put my little spell on it. Let's talk about the greatest knowledge of all. Okay, self knowledge is the greatest knowledge of all. Let's go. Rightisms, 24 hours live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in my stories for life. I give you life lessons. You tune in to receive them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline, practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get there together. So I asked the question, do you know you? You will when I'm through. That's what I do. It's rhetorical, but if you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. I appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous, avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself, and two, might not be true. Right thinkers, let's talk about again in honor of my dude, the greatest love of all, self mastery is the greatest knowledge of all. Trust me, I've been trying to tell you that for the longest, and I'm going to keep beating you over the head with that stick. Let's go. I'm not done yet. Self knowledge is the greatest knowledge you can have. Point. I'm going to make it during the lesson. How about that? I ain't going to get all crazy. I'm about to lose my mind. Nope. Just keep it cool. There is no greater knowledge than what? Self knowledge. I tell you that, and I've been telling you that all the time, and will continue to tell you that. If you want to argue it, be my guest. I will beat you down every time. Why? That's the truth. That's a fact. I have, if you follow me, street knowledge. Got that. Streetology. Mastered the streets, hustled, ran the game, did my thing. That's good in the streets. I'm no longer in the streets. So that knowledge, okay, put on the shelf. Okay, I don't need it right now. But again, I have scholarly knowledge. I got master's degrees. I went to college, put my time in, learned, indoctrinated to their philosophies and their ways to be at the time. I did that. I played that game. I got that knowledge. I'm not in school no more, so I put that again on the shelf. But I still use what I know as far as having the knowledge in my day-to-day life. I have knowledge and understanding of a whole lot of things that I use daily in my life. You don't learn something not to use it. You don't acquire something not to use it. You don't plan and practice for something not to use it. See where I'm going with this? Self knowledge. Get it and then what? Use it. That's the power. I give you a lesson about power and knowledge. Knowledge ain't power. Using it gives you power. That's my point. I use it every day. My self knowledge, hello, will serve me not just now, but guess what? At Judgment Day, you're going to need that self knowledge. You're going to need knowledge of self. What you mean? They're not going to ask you about the circumference of the world, how deep the ocean is, how far the sun is from the earth. No, they ask you how you live. That's what self knowledge comes in. With self knowledge, you start to learn, do, and be what? A better you. So when it comes to being judged by how you live, you will pass. That was the way they lived. That was the whole thing about death. They didn't aspire for death. They understood that at judgment day, at death, you're going to be judged for how you what? Live. So they lived right. Sorry. Practice it. Try it. It's a beautiful thing. Why? If you're living right, you'll be rewarded. Most people who don't know that because they haven't lived right. Those who do know that. I have reached and obtained what I consider the greatest knowledge of all what? Self-knowledge, self-mastery. I've reached a level through what? Years, 30 years of perseverance, studying, practicing, and putting it into use. I know what I'm talking about is what I'm talking about. Why I manifested, so that's why. The greatest knowledge is not in nothing other than what? Oneself. The knowledge of thyself. Who's that? God. You need God's knowledge. Hence, spiritual enlightenment. Spirit is God. Spiritual is learning about God, understanding God from a spiritual aspect consciously. Okay? Enlightenment means when you experience the greatness and the gifts and the blessings from God from doing the things you need to do, now you know God for yourself through the experience. They call it the mystical experience. Sorry. I'm on the road this morning, feeling good about this thing. But the whole point about knowledge of self is the best knowledge you can have. Why? It's going to serve you in the end. That's why. You ain't looking at the end game? Death is the end game. This physical body has an end game. Your spirit and consciousness is unlimited. And for DC, think unlimited, think unlimited. Yeah, we are unlimited spiritual beings, divine beings having human experience, but we forget who we are and we think we're humans, so we limit ourselves to being who? Humans. Not me. Moving on, not right thinkers. Why? We know better. We know ourselves. Spiritual knowledge, aka God knowledge, is the greatest knowledge of all. Again, you want to put it to the test? Do it. Trust me on that one, okay? What? No, you got to trust me. Try it yourself. I did. I'll put it to the test. To know thy, right there. Who is this thy? For those who don't know, it's God. That's the name, thy. Y'all talk in the Bible, hallowed be thy name. Thy, that's who God is. Okay, we knew that. We told you, know thy. Know the God self in you. You are God. You just don't know it for yourself. Why? You haven't become conscious of it. And this machinery called the mind and brain will do that if it's used and trained properly. It'll get you to God. Become God-like in the flesh. That's the goal for all of us. Right thinkers at least. I don't know about the rest of y'all. But to know thy, aka God, and self, meaning you, Jesus Christ. You is knowing thy, aka God, and knowing yourself. That's the greatest knowledge you can have. Ain't nothing more important than God and me. You can give me a hope. Nah. I'm good with that. Trust me. Self-knowledge, again, is only achieved through study, daily living, practicing what? The truth for yourself. That's it. Anybody can do it for you. You got to put the work in. If you want to get in shape, get up and start working out. You want to know God? Get up, start putting the work in. Same thing, the same thing. You got to put effort in it. God knowledge is spiritual knowledge, is self-knowledge. Learn it and live by it and become what? Your greatest you. Become great. I'm preparing for what? Greatness. Being my best self. Muhammad Ali proved to the world the greatest love of all is from in you. I agree 100%. Been doing it for years. And what happened, I'm listening to my music, my birthday, so I'm checking out, and it hit me. Oh, I can put a lesson. I can put that to a lesson. The greatest love of all. When you go through the things you go through, get up every day, put your time in. Nobody sees that. There ain't nobody business but who? He sees it. He sees it. That's who rewards you for your inner deeds that you're doing, your intent. God knows the heart of man. That's why he knows if you put a shit or not. Simple as that. Man don't know it, but God knows it from the rip. Moving on. And if you that kind of person, you and God gonna be at odds. Trust me, because he ain't gonna bless you. He ain't gonna do nothing for you. My greatness comes from me putting in what? My self-effort, my work, when daily, and have been for the last 30 years. I didn't just wake up one day and decide I want to be right. No, I put the work in. And if I started doing this about 10 years ago, everybody wanted the podcast. Everybody wanted the show. If Mark can do it, I can do it. I'm still doing it. They're not. Moving on. So I'm still here. Okay, why? I know what I got. I'm standing on what I got. I ain't went nowhere. And I ain't being moved. Could care less about the views. No. I know what I'm doing. And for those who tune in, they know also. appreciate you. But again, the work that you put in daily will get you the things you need out of life. All that dreaming, wishing, and hoping don't mean a damn thing if you ain't putting the work in. Anybody who's successful, you ask them, how'd you do it? And when they start telling you the behind the scenes, the hard work, you say, whoa, yeah, it didn't just happen. It didn't just, I just woke up like this. No, it don't work that way. Everybody who's successful put work in, hard work, a lot of work, to be what? Their best selves. If you work hard to do anything else in life, it better be about yourself. But a lot of us see otherwise, they think otherwise, and live otherwise, and they get otherwise. Reaching self-knowledge, self-mastery. Reaching and obtaining this level of greatness, aka that's the greatest knowledge that you can have obtained, spiritual enlightenment, knowing thyself. Straight from our ancestors. And anybody else, I'm doing a book study, everybody came into Egypt, took our philosophy, took our religion, didn't change it, they just took some of it and made it their way. Okay? Understand that. So, to become spiritually enlightened means to reach and obtain a level of greatness in yourself by putting in the work. You can't become great just, I'm going to be, no. Again, thousands of hours for self-mastery. You got to put that in for yourself. Whatever else you studying, that's fine, but you got to get your time, okay? God knowledge, aka self-knowledge, is always been and always will be the greatest knowledge of all. We as black people been suffering our own demise, our own fetters that we cause on ourselves through what? Lack of knowledge. We've been doing that for 2,000 years. I'm a teacher. I'm trying to help those who I can to obtain knowledge, but we don't make it a priority. People think, listen to me, oh, I don't hear that stuff he talking. It's knowledge. I'm giving you information that you can use. See, but you want that other stuff here. Okay, that ain't gonna help. But I like that. I ain't got a problem with that. When you giving people what's good, what's right, they ain't gonna like it. It's been through history. I know that part too, so I'm good with that. But as human beings, our greatest achievement in life, not to be rich and famous, no, is to know thyself. As a human being, self-knowledge is what's going to take you to the afterlife. Anything else going to bring you back here. Get your self-knowledge first, and everything else you can go for and knock yourself out. Why? Because that judgment day, that's going to go away anyway. So whatever you achieve outside of your self-knowledge, that's window dressing. It's going to look good, but it ain't going nowhere. Why? It's going to stay here like everything else. I don't want a whole bunch of possessions. I want a whole bunch of stuff and things. I'm giving everything I got away. Why? In the form of knowledge, not material stuff. I ain't got no money. I ain't got that for you, but I got knowledge for you. I got stuff that you can use. Nobody wants that. Again, until what? At Judgment Day. I wish I listened to Brother Wright. Oh, you think? A little late for that. Monday morning quarterbacks have yet to win a game. Victory comes from those who achieve within themselves. Again, you beat your ego. Haru got to conquer Set. You got to be Haru, and you got to conquer Set. Why? They're both in you. You can be Set or Haru. Your choice. Again, that's what Maya represents. All right. Again, whatever and how many ever master degrees, whatever you get them in, your PhDs that you may achieve in life, and that's a hell of an achievement. Much respect. But none of that's going to get you past the feather of Maya at Judgment Day. Only self-knowledge and deeds of understanding, selfless service will do that for you. So if you want to waste your time, you want your time to be spent by notoriety, how much degrees you got, how long your education you got. Okay, my daughter is academia, live academia. I love that. Why? That's what she does. That's what keeps her happy. That's her life. And I'm watching it, loving it. Okay? Everybody don't have the wherewithal or the integrity to what? Fight for what they want and do what they want in their life. Some people get swayed. Some people a little weak. Some people got addiction that they can't overcome. So we all have issues that we have to deal with. That's your lower nature. Your higher nature is bettering yourself to be what? Your best self. In order to do that, you need to know thyself and practice and put the work in for that to happen for yourself. That's the name of the game. To know God is to know all. Right there. All you need to know is God in yourself. And to know yourself is to know God. It goes both ways. The yin and the yang. You can't have one without the other. That's how it's done. Okay? Okay, the greatest knowledge of all is having that self-knowledge that you acquire through what? Hard work, perseverance, and consistency in what? Achieving things that you set forth in life for yourself. Being my best self is my goal, ultimate goal. Not just my best self. Being who I want to think I should be. I'm right on point. Moving on. So I did that. It didn't just happen by accident. No, I put the work in. Okay. You live your life according to what? Your rules. But at Judgment Day, it ain't your rules. It's God's rules. And if you don't have a light heart, if you didn't do the things you needed to do to make your heart light, you will fail. Simple as that. They don't give a damn about how many degrees you got, how long you did it. Well, that means nothing. Come back and do it again. Why? This time, get knowledge of self with whatever else you got. Because why? You got to start all over again. Back to zero. Over my last 30 years of studying, I have obtained knowledge of a few things other than self. Again, I got self-knowledge first. So I'm acquiring other stuff as I go. Again, in right thing philosophy, I'm the master. In life, I'm just a student. So I'm learning as I go myself. And I can tell you what I learned, I bring it to you after I master it or learn it so I can say, well, I know this why I experienced it. I only can tell you what I know, what I experienced. That's my hustle. That's my hook, my teaching. But with self-knowledge, you still can't top that. Can't beat that. That's a hammer. Can't touch it. And when those who get it, they understand it. Those who don't, yeah, okay, you don't know. Ignorant. Our bugaboo as a people for the last 2,000 years is what? Lack of knowledge. That book that y'all love so dear, the Bible, the prophet told you, my people are being destroyed. And at that time, he had already seen the destruction. He was telling from his point. That was 2,000 years ago. And guess what? I'm saying it. I'm seeing my people being destroyed through lack of self-knowledge. I just put the self in there. Why? They ain't just not know. We need self-knowledge. We need to know ourselves. Why? Because we don't have a clue who we are as a people. That's why self-knowledge is important. And our ancestors knew that. We just don't. Excuse me. I get a little touchy about that. Lack of knowledge is our number one problem as a people. We've been knowing it for 2,000 years. What does that say about us? Okay? Why don't we decide to make obtaining knowledge a priority as a people? That's a start. That's just the start. 2,000 years, we ain't got to the starting point yet. They about to fire the gun. We ain't in the damn box. We ain't in the starting block. We can't win that race. We ain't never gonna win that race. 85% ignorance ain't never gonna win nothing. Slavery and constant depression, oppressed people living, doing dumb stuff, constantly crabs in the barrel mentality. Why? Lack of knowledge. No, lack of self-knowledge. Greatness is only obtained through mastering oneself with what? Knowledge that you acquire for yourself. That's right thing philosophy in the nutshell right there. You got to get it for yourself. It's there. You got to do is get it, use it, and you got it. If you worry about someone else, worry about you doing the wrong thing. You worry about all the wrong stuff. Self. Get personal. Make yourself, be selfish when it comes to taking care of you. Make it all about you first and get what you need so you can help others before you can do anything else for anybody else. You got to have yours. Two people with nothing ain't gonna do nothing. Neither one of y'all got nothing, y'all ain't gonna do nothing. Moving on. But with self-knowledge, you can start to manifest and do things for you. Out of all the knowledge, the only one that will count for you is self-knowledge. Why? Because at Judgment Day, they will know about that heart. And the heart deals with the self. Your intentions, be they good, bad. But The heart knows the truth about you. That's why our ancestors didn't give me the heart. What about the brain? They give me the damn heart. They knew that. Now we know that the heart got a bigger brain than the mind. And if this is a most sophisticated machinery known to man, what they say about this thing here? When you put them two together, oh Nelly, that's the marriage that you need to make for yourself. That's when you become what? God-like. I have reached the greatest knowledge of all. Why? I know thyself. By putting in the work. Did nobody give it to me? Okay. I didn't buy it. I just didn't know. I earned it. Christ tell you the only way to the Father is through me. Yeah, the way I'm showing you, he's trying to show you this is why you got to do it. I'm doing the same thing. I ain't trying to say I'm Christ, but I'm just a messenger for my Father, who we are one. Philosophically. All right, let me wrap it up again. I'm having fun. Let me close it out. I appreciate you tuning in. But when you have self-knowledge, you have went to what? I went to Kemet in search of knowledge over 30 years ago. I found it. I obtained self-knowledge by studying, practicing, and putting into fact, manifesting what I was learning from my ancient ancestors. They knew a whole lot that we don't have a clue about. I'm just trying to bring it to you. I'm doing just that for my right thinking philosophy concept. All right, but I have reached self-knowledge after 30 years of studying and practicing for myself. I know firsthand. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. That's my point right there. You don't reach greatness personally by chance, by accident. No. It's reached through hard work. And anybody who's successful did it through just that hard work. It ain't but one way. Ain't no other way. Okay? Scheming, no, none of that. None of that will work. Hard work gets you there. That's how the job gets done. And I teach what I know, self-knowledge, to others so that what? They can learn the truth about themselves and perform and be their best selves with what? Knowledge of self. I'm giving them that. That's what I'm trying to show you. I'm giving it to you. You ain't got to buy it. No, you ain't got to steal it. You got to beg. Just tune in, listen, and put it to use. Wrapping it up again. If I have it, and it's good, I will share it with you. That's what I do for you. Right thinking philosophy is my way of life. I know it works. That's why I teach it to you. All you got to do is tune in, learn it yourself, and practice it. And you know for yourself who? Thyself. And that's the what? Greatest knowledge of all. Self-knowledge. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. I enjoyed giving it to you. I'll be right back with some more. You know how I do. I'm not through.